Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to talk about our last video, my experience in NPR's From the Top podcast situation. We got to go up to Seattle for 2 days and it was a very, very fun experience. I'm very honored to have been able to do that. All the clips you saw, that was from day one, this is interesting. They had a big room, this recording studio. It got only a piano in it, and it had some mics, had some camera set up. For the most part, it was empty. They had a whole bunch of chairs, and everybody was going to rehearse in this room because this was a recording room, so we were getting an idea of how it sounded. The recording engineers would get an idea of what they were going to do with the recording process, and in the meanwhile, everybody got to watch everyone else perform. One side of the music industry is the radio, and it was really interesting to be able to see that up close. They had the server room, so much high-tech gear, and another thing about that is that everybody working there was a very, very trained musician. Probably even like the janitor over in the side, a lot of them were from the USC's Thornton School of Music, and yeah, it was so cool that the fact that everybody there really knew their stuff about music, even if their job wasn't totally pertaining to it. It was really, really inspiring seeing all of these people together, not just the musicians, but all the people that were helping us, the recording people, the people that showed us around, the coordinators, just about everyone knew a lot about music. There's a couple of clips on there. You can see a couple of musicians that I got the honor to meet and play alongside. We have really the best accordion player I have ever seen ever. Like, I don't see accordion at all, and that was so cool. And the fact she's so young as well was just crazy. I think in a couple of these clips you can see the pianist, which I don't know if I should name either, but he's mind-bogglingly good, and he was great at dealing with all the young musicians. At the same time, also providing so much constructive criticism and so much valuable advice, and not to mention just his playing skills were also phenomenal, and he accompanied most everybody. Bassist might have been the funniest guy, unintentionally funniest guy I've ever met. He didn't even try to be funny. He's one of those people that just inherently has the best comedic timing. One of the greatest violinists I've ever seen, very upstanding guy as well. He's a real idol to me now. He's pretty outgoing and he's very self-centered. He knows exactly where he's gonna be and what he likes and what he stands for, and I have a lot of respect for him. Day two was the actual recording process. They would have you play it all the way through, top to bottom once, and then from there, they would just have you run isolated segments of your piece. And they would somehow, in the post-production, splice it all into one take so that you could, you know, pinpoint any imperfections you may have in that first take and splice in a better take on top of that. And that is, just to me, I was thinking that is some crazy technology. That's some crazy skill and technology, because with just our piece that we were playing, the density of notes was like 5 notes playing at a time. I can't imagine how you could possibly splice in a different take onto another and make it sound like one coherent thing. After our recording process, which was an hour, we got to go to the recording room for the studio. Rather, like the broadcasting room had the mixing board, had all the microphones and the computers.
Interview studio has like a bunch of mics. You kind of got the podcast set up. This is effectively like, imagine that this is a cascading waterfall.
I don't think I'm going to disclose anything about the interview because probably shouldn't. That's going to release in a bit. But we had a special guest that I wasn't expecting to show up, and it was a real nice surprise. We got to reunite. Me and my duet partner really respected, looked up to. After that, we took another interview for Classical King, 98.1 FM, and that was also a very fun interview. They asked great questions, and it felt that like they were really curious, and that they were actually asking questions, not so much for the sake of entertainment, but also asking questions for themselves, and I love that. I love feeling genuine interest from my interviewers. I think that goes for everyone. Everybody would like that.